are talking about solar for all today, and I'm excited because I have EPA Administrator Michael Regan, who, alongside Senator Bernie Sanders and the Vermont delegation, announced groundbreaking funding from EPA's Solar for All program. And so this initiative brings benefits residential rooftop solar installations and brings that to communities nationwide. But I want to, of course, always focus on how that is affecting Black communities and what that means. So welcome to AURN. You are in the know. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Talk about this program, the importance of the Solar for All program in terms of addressing affordability and environmental sustainability for American households.
Well, listen, we're really excited about this announcement today. $7 billion, billion would it be, for rooftop solar for our low income and our working class families. Listen, we know that traditionally our communities have been left out of this clean energy transition. This $7 billion is designed to begin to level that playing field. We want our communities to play a role in the transition, not just to benefit from, lower pollution, but also thinking about how they participate in the job market and how they participate in the economic development aspects of this. So we're excited about it, and we're launching it in Waterbury, Vermont, because Bernie Sanders has been so enthusiastic about solar and such a leader in this issue for so long.
When you talk about addressing those disparities, can you talk about some of that lack of access that has happened to affordable and clean energy when it comes to marginalized communities?
Well, we know that our communities have been marginalized by systemic racism and other factors that have been put in place that the Biden-Harris administration has decided to tackle head on. And so we also know that our communities are on the front lines of the impacts of climate change and traditional pollution. What we're doing here with the Solar for All program is ensuring that our communities are playing a role in the technological transition. But we're also putting clean energy opportunities in our communities and taking out those dirty, polluting facilities, those coal plants and, chemical plants, those things that plague our communities. We don't have to have them in our communities any longer. And as we transition as a country, I want our Black and Brown communities to transition at an equal pace with the rest of the country.
So this is another part of the president's Justice 40 initiative that aims to ensure that 40% of overall benefits for certain federal investments flow to disadvantaged communities that have been marginalized. Talk about so it's helping communities, and I think of instantly Flint, Michigan is coming to my mind. Baltimore is coming to my mind. Washington, D.C. is also coming to my mind. How are you prioritizing? It started in Vermont. How are you prioritizing and making sure that it is flowing to Black communities?
Well, we have traveled all across the country talking with community members about this program specifically. And what we've done is we've met with people on the ground. So those who will be eligible for this $7 billion will be our nonprofits, our local city leaders, our mayors that are on the ground, like in Baltimore, like in Flint, nonprofit organizations that are really steeped in environmental justice. They will compete for this $7 billion, and then they will distribute these resources directly to the communities. They also will really lead the charge in thinking about which projects are eligible. All of our communities are not designed the same way. There are solutions that exist for certain communities that don't exist for others. So they will have the oversight ability to be sure that every single community, all of our Black and Brown communities, have access to this $7 billion. It's a really exciting opportunity.
Now, could you provide a little insight into the anticipated economic and employment opportunities that Solar for All program can create?
Listen, we anticipate hundreds of thousands of jobs being created via this Solar for All program, because most of these programs will be designed in a way where you enable local electricians, local contractors, community banks and organizations to leverage additional capital. This will be an infusion into our communities well beyond just clean energy and technology, but economic development, significant opportunities for minority-owned businesses. This is really exciting. I mean, this is going to be transformative And this is $7 billion just for solar. There are billions and billions of dollars as part of the Investing in America agenda by the president. And so we're just going to be able to continue to leverage this capital.
That sounds really great. And I really want people to pay attention because first, on one end, we're talking about these rooftop solar installations could really reduce electric bills by an average of 50% for households in Black communities, which is amazing. And then you also have the job opportunities that could bring thousands of jobs nationwide. I do want to, before I end, talk about this $7 billion grants for all competition. Talk about the competition part, where people can go to get more information, and how it just kind of connects broader. Because I know you talked about organizations will be on the ground and really helping to figure out which projects will get it.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, you can go to EPA.gov, very simple. And when you hit our landing page, it'll direct you to Solar for All. And, $7 billion is a lot of money. And so we're going to be sure that our Black mayors, our Hispanic, brown mayors, in our communities that have been plagued for so long, have the ample information to be competitive. We're going to be sure that our environmental justice community nonprofits have a seat at the table. And so it's going to be an easy program to apply to. And we are counting on these mayors and these nonprofit organizations and these local leaders to distribute the resources to those who need it the most. Listen, what's exciting about this is, in addition to the billions of dollars we're using to replace lead pipes in our communities, we're also going to put solar on rooftops. We are ensuring that our Black and brown communities are at the forefront of this transition for clean energy and pollution reduction. And that's what makes Joe Biden's Investing in America so exciting.
Administrator Regan, thank you so much for coming on. Anything else we didn't know that's coming out of your department we need to be aware of? It's coming down the pipeline. This is great, but is there anything more?
Well, listen, this $7 billion Solar for All program is a part of a broader program, $27 billion, a greenhouse gas reduction fund. This is to ensure that carbon solutions beyond solar is available for our communities. We're going to be announcing that soon. We're also going to continue to travel all across the country and talk about the president's Investing in America agenda. $5 billion to electrify our yellow school buses, $50 billion to replace our water infrastructure, billions of dollars to invest in clean technology. All of these things are available and accessible to our communities. This is a new day.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming on the record with AURN, and I look forward to having you back on.
Absolutely. Looking forward to the next conversation.
Absolutely. Thank you.